Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Daily Masters. We're going to be casting another ZvZ, and you know what? I'm planning on doing another one tomorrow as well. I figured just ZvZ. We got a whole bunch of them, actually, so I figured let's just cast them, because I haven't cast ZvZ for ages, so I figured 3 in a row. Why not? Let's just check it out. So last one kind of had a, yesterday's kind of had a rush sort of situation. Rhett tried to do a bit of a rush, didn't really pull it off, and didn't transition out of it, so kind of went down to Impact. We do have another game featuring Impact, up against none other than TLO, so it's TLO up the top left side. Let's talk about these players a little bit. TLO is from Germany, he plays for Team Liquid, as we can see right there, and number 26 on the WCS with 2,200 points, so definitely a very, very fierce player, arguably a better player than Rhett. Arguably, of course, you can never say this player is better than that player, because they have a game and suddenly the person you thought was the better player ends up losing, and then you're like, hang on, does this mean he's not a better player? So it's very hard to make judgments like that, but we do have Impact down the bottom right, who I don't want to spoil the game too much if you haven't watched yesterday's game, but yeah, let's say that Impact made an impact. Yeah. So he is from South Korea, and he plays for the team Axiom. That's the Axiom logo right down there. And not really on the WCS, actually 0 points. So never really got into any of the tournament play. He was obviously too busy in team tournaments punching other Zerg players. So very, very nice. But let's see, what do we got here? We don't have much. We have a spawning pool coming out for TLO. Going for a pull before hatch, actually. And there we go, there's the hatch coming down, and there's the pool coming down for Impact. So Impact going for hatch pool, TLO going for pool hatch. Now, I do have another announcement. Yeah, so my internet connection, I called them up and they reset something at the actual node. So yes, it's working, but there's still major problems with the cable. So it's working for now. I have no idea when it's gonna bugger off. So I'm uploading yesterday's video as we speak. I'm going to upload like 3 or 4 days worth of daily videos as fast as I can, because I think in about 4 or 5 days the technician is going to be out, so I just need enough daily masters to last until then, and then I should be fine. So gonna see how that works. And here we go, a couple of links coming out from TLO. Almost certainly just going to be a little bit of scouting, a little bit of running around. We have a couple of links coming out for Impact as well. So both players playing pretty similarly. I mean, TLO does have a queen. He's just starting to build a second queen now. Impact double building queens. So you could argue which one is better. I really don't know which approach is better. But yeah, they're pretty much going to see. You get the queen out here. This one's halfway done. So I suppose if you include the walk time, that's going to take ages, but he did get an extra spawn lava on his main base early on, which is very interesting. And Impact actually going for 2 more queens. Yes, yeah, 2 more queens. He's got 2, he's building 2 more. And TLO, speed already nearly finished, and a ton of lings coming out, an absolute ton. So he's not doing any sort of early work or push. He's not doing any sort of balanced approach like I think Impact is. Impact is getting out he was getting out a decent number of lings before, but he's getting out a lot. He's actually going for heavy work production right now. But TLO obviously saw Rhett's game, and he decided, you know what? Even though Impact won that game, he's obviously weak versus ling aggression, and he's got speed out a lot sooner. He's not going for a Baneling Nest like Rhett, but he is going for a ton of lings. Going to try and make this work, and Impact is going to be a lot more scared than he was previously. Queen's blocking up the ramp though, not going to get past those, but the lings are going for workers. TLO trying to micro them to attack the workers. He's doing a fair job of it. If we have units lost, there's 10 workers that have gone down so far, but TLO has lost 12 lings for that, which is still a good trade. It's still a very good trade, because lings cost 25 and workers cost 50. So here he goes, going in for some more workers. TLO doing a fantastic job. Somehow manages to get back into the main base, anyway. So he's going to do a bit of scout, attack a bit of workers, and overall he's done a fantastic job. I mean, he's starting to lose a lot of lings though. So It's almost to the point where he hasn't really, I don't know, man. I mean, the thing is, alright, let's have a look at the income. TLO is 35, Impact has 32, so Impact pushed out hard with the workers, TLO pushed out hard with the lings. All the lings are dead, and all those extra workers that Impact built are dead. So we pretty much even the board right here. Well, sort of. I mean, Impact does have these whole lings that he built for defense, which he's now going to be running out and just making stuff happen. And TLO does know that's coming, so he's going to be putting down 3 Evo chambers and a queen to sort of bonk this off, but he's not blocked this off. He needs another queen over there. But a bunch of lings over there should be alright, should be able to hold this, and he's got his own ling reinforcement. So with the queen as well, oh yeah, these guys are going to go down. So Impact, he's doing alright, but eventually his forces are going to die. We see the Evo chamber getting cancelled there. He doesn't actually need 3 of them, he only needs 2. And did a ling manage to get in here, but that thing's going to go down. And it did see the spire. Wow, okay, so that's great for Impact, man. He didn't actually really make anything happen, but he saw the spire, and we're going to be seeing a Hydralisk Den coming down fairly soon, I feel like. Hydralisk Den definitely would be a fantastic thing right now. The other option is, of course, a Infestor Pit. I think it's called an Infestor Pit. The Infestor building, anyway. That's another option for dealing with muters. I don't see him really going for his own muters, because he's already built a Roach Warren. Oh, it looks like he's trying to come underneath TLO's plan. So what you do is you get a ton of roaches, and then you just run in there, sweep in there before the muters actually come out. But TLO, man, what has he done? He's cancelled the Spire. He's got his own Roach Warren, his own Nidus Canal. So both players have exactly the same plan, and they don't even know it. TLO just pumped out a ton of roaches. He knew that Impact had seen his Spire. He decided to go for a ton of roaches instead. So it's going to be Roach versus Roach base rushing. We got a Nidus waiting to come out there. We got a Nidus waiting to come out there. What happens when the roaches come in and they see the Nidus Canal from Impact, man? That's going to be crazy. But here we go, the Nidus Canal on the way. Let's have a look at the unit count. We got 12 and we got 12. So Impact, he's doing all right. TLO, I think, is going to burst on a little bit far. But, oh, TLO sees that thing coming out. And his roaches are already on the field right here, but it doesn't matter that TLO has spotted the Nidus Canal, because there's nothing coming out of it, because the roaches are all defending against TLO's own Nidus worm. Oh man, so very, very nice. That gets popped off, and TLO, man, he's got to make sure this goes down before roaches start coming out of it. There it goes. Goodbye. Very, very close for both players, and man, that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Is a double Nidus worm, and luckily, I don't know, man. It could have been a base race right there. It really, really could have been, and I really have no idea who would have won that base race. But right now, both players going for a third base here, going for a third base there. Looking at the units, we got 20 on the Roach count. Impact a little bit further ahead on the worker count, so he's currently 52. Actually, over 45, and this could be definitely not bad. TLO moving in, going to be seeing something, but he's going to see exactly the same army as he's got. And yeah, he's going to be backing out of there. Do we have speed for one player and not the other? No, they've both got roach speed. Impact does have 1 weapons though, and TLO working on 1 weapons and armor, while Impact works on level 2 weapons. So yeah, the upgrade's chewing along for both players. He's also getting Hydralisk. I feel like this is Hydralisk range. Yep, there we go. So TLO getting the Hydras out, and Impact not yet constructed a Hydralisk base, if indeed he is planning on doing it. He's getting another Nidus Canal up. Where is this thing going up? So he's going to go around the mid-range sort of thing, and TLO, man, if he spots this, that will be phenomenal, but I don't know if he's going to. It's not a huge threat, really. It's just sort of bypassing. It's not like he's, oh, the roaches, be careful, man. There's a huge roach army down here. You need to scout this. Moving another Nidus Canal. It's just like proxy pylons and stuff like that. Man, Impact, 44. He's really been pushing up the roach numbers, and TLO has been building a bit of roaches, but he's mainly been focusing on getting his economy up, and that may be the problem. We got 1. We do have 1-1 for TLO, whereas Impact only has 1-0. So that's definitely going to help, but Impact does have a very nice concave, and we have a look. We're down to 18 here, 34 for Impact, and because of the Nidus worms, the reinforcement advantage does not apply. TLO does not have a reinforcement advantage because of the Nidus Worm. So fantastic play by Impact there. Because, I mean, to turn that reinforcement advantage around on its head and completely negate it, and that buys him the advantage he needs to really get in there and really make it work. Now, when I say reinforcement advantage, I mean, of course, let's say that TLO has 34, Impact has 44. So TLO starts to go down. He builds 15 roaches, Impact builds 15 roaches. TLO's 15 roaches are in the battle within seconds. Impact's roaches are a full 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, from being built to actually getting in the battle, because they have to hike all the way across the map. So that's what the reinforcement advantage is just you get your forces into the battle so fast, and that is what helps you actually drive off the enemy, because you got your relative production of units is so much faster because you're so much closer to the battle, because it's happening at your base. But with a Nidus Worm, Impact got his reinforcements instantly out to the front lines of the battle, and yeah, TLO, man, he was already behind, and without the reinforcement advantage, he went down. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching this beautiful, beautiful game. We're going to check out tomorrow, and yeah, it's going to be Impact versus, I can't remember who the other player is, but it's I think it's another ZvZ. We will be checking it out. So yeah, stay tuned for that. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.